Hello. Here, also even in English, my care work. I wanted to tell you something about my care history. A little story about my work in healthcare. I think the immediate cause of this was a violent event in my youth when I was only 16 years old. I then wanted to explore what the real purpose of life was. I started volunteering in a children's home and interacted with children who had a very hard time. I really enjoyed dealing with these children. Yes, I was also able to find a very important life purpose very quickly. And I found out that the creativity as a tool was very important. I really enjoyed working with children, and I thought it was important to give children a creative challenge. I also wanted to play with the creativity in my little more for my own education, and it was successfully. I followed many courses and educations for art in art schools, and yeah, that was very nice experience also. That in kind of a place where I could learn everything in creativity. And then, but in the end of 2003, I lose my job, and that was not only losing my job. This was also a deal with many older people, not children anymore only, but also older people who was concerned about money. I because I lose my job, the people that was garant for the money make a problem, and there was a very big fighting, and the fighting was the reason that since that moment there was an interruption with in my whole family. I could not see my two children in that time, 1 and 4 years old, and I have to go forward alone, and that is also I pick up totally the work with now older people, also disabled people with handicaps, and that was a good experience. And then, yes, there was all people who could have had to deal with mental and physical disabled at a later age. Also, of course I discovered my own mental disability, and I began to study it extensively. I studied various testimonies of faith and interviewed many adults, including well-known artists. I wanted to interview them all. Even noticed that it was very necessary to be clear about my own limitations as well. I even found out that the people without disabilities actually do not exist at all. They are not. Everyone have a disabled situation. Precisely by becoming aware of my own limitations, you can learn to deal with it, and people can learn to deal with it. The limitation of man, whether physical or spiritual, is actually a very large and important force from which a person can learn a lot as soon as he is open his own. And I believe and trust of that what can be standing for real love is the most important power that no people can do without. On January 1, 2007, I was baptized as a Christian in a beautiful sea in the Philippines, which was a sea full of washed up starfish. So till this time, I give my little interpretation. I hope you enjoy and you understand. And if you have a question, take them. Okay, give them to me.